Hello everybody, how's it going? DirtCat Brothers here. We would deeply appreciate it if anyone would subscribe, like, share, comment, and turn on the bell notification button. We are 100% self-funded car channel and remain that way. With all the support that you guys give us would greatly help us out. So, let's talk about, let's sit for a bit. Let's talk about the dollar Galaxie that I bought last year off of a relative for one whole measly $1. You know, it's a 1964 Ford Galaxie 500 two-door hardtop fastback. It's a 352 number. And the reason why I want to talk about this is, well, once I get stuff moved around later in the year and things positioned and organized, it will be placed over there because I actually want to modernize this car through and through. Now, this does have a factory 9-inch in it. I don't know what kind of transmission they actually had. I know I probably had that Cruise-O-Matic 464, but the entire interior, well, I have an extra spare dash. I won't cut into anything, but I kind of want to modernize absolutely everything. Like I said, electronics, USB, electronic windows, Bluetooth, you know, surround sound, I mean everything. I will probably cut into the roof at one spot if I could find a decent kit, but it's mainly going to be putting a hole about like right here for that antenna. Something similar on the white Dodge, but I ain't going to show it. But let's see here. I was recently out here a couple days ago, and I was looking over the body, and the body is actually pretty damn solid. This might be a straightforward build, but to get stuff going for the engine and transmission, well, that's gonna be another story. Chrome pieces, there's some stuff that I really don't have. What was that? Oh, water bottle. Okay. But anywho, I'm not missing too many chrome pieces. There's, I think it's, well, as I was kind of looking around, I think this might be a 95% complete car. And yeah, here comes the wind. The trunk, I'll actually have to do some repairs right here, and it's no big deal. Let's see, where else on the car that I have to fiddle and mess around with? Oh, I forgot too. I think the centerpiece right here, the glass, that is factory because it has Fomico on it. I don't know if you can see it. I think someone once said that that's the same as a 61 to a 64, but we'll compare it sometime in the future. But this actually had the accessory of the backup tail lights, you know, the white. So I don't know what other options it really had going for the car, but with this car, you know, he only had it for maybe a couple months because the original owner just gathered everything up, and then that night he died in his sleep. He was going to get ready to start working on it the next day and just passed in his sleep. It's one of the strangest things. Then the family got rid of the car and sat in the salvage yard for a bit, and well, it's like, well, instead of letting it get parted out and everything, I bought it. He didn't want it. He was going to give it to me for free, and I was like, well, how much do you really want for it? So we just kind of stood there, and it's like, just give me $1. Give him $1, and that was it. So engine wise, engine transmission, well, I know people probably going to scold me for it, but I want to put a new 5.7 liter Hemi into it. No eco stuff or anything. It's the same thing as out of a 2021 Dodge Ram 1500. One of those. I want to put a truck engine into it, along with the transmission with the push button, the whole 9 yards. But powered, you know, powered by Dodge, but the rest of the stuff might be a hybrid placed together. I don't know. Because like I said, I want all the windows to be, you know, electrical. Wing windows are going to stay. Those are always going to stay. Yeah, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The wing windows are definitely going to stay in. Why? Because, you know, wing windows. Steering column and such, I want to find something out of a 4-speed car to eliminate the shifter on the column, so that way it could be a push button, and also one of those dials someplace where you just kind of, you know, turn it into gear. Let's see here. Everything else is pretty good, you know, it's pretty solid. But the only issue that I am starting to have on finding things is, well, bolt kits. Bolts, you know, for like the doors, hinges, you know, just everything for this car. I can find a bunch of other things, but bolts and such, well, they're not really quite out there per se, unless I'm looking at the wrong spots. And oh, looks like we actually do have some damage here. Oh, that's interesting. Do have to get a new fender, at least cut one and put it onto this, but I think I'd rather just get a new fender altogether, because the old man pieced this all up. Like I said, well, like I said, of what he did, he just got everything and was going to start working on it, and then it just died in his sleep. I will keep it turquoise blue, but the top will be white. I thought that this was painted on, and a correction now, it was just originally a white top. So I keep thinking that they painted it white, you know, over this blue, but no, they did the entire body turquoise, and then they painted the top white. I mean, I figured why not, and plus too, white does reflect the heat and such. Let's see here. This will also be worked on alongside its other two sister cars, the XL and a 64 Merc, because while I'm also out here, I wonder why that's empty. But while we're also out here, kind of look at this, because next month, mid-September, is when everything's going to start happening. I'm going to push back stuff at least 2 more weeks, because we've had a lot of rain and a lot of stuff happen weather-wise. I have to mow and such again. And I just realized something with one of my tins. We had a severe windstorm recently. That thing was sitting over right here. Yeah, look at that. I just now noticed that. Oh boy. It's in that little stupid ditch. And it carried the carried the pallet with it. I'll have to fetch that tomorrow. That is amazing. But also too, in the next couple years, this stupid thing's going down. I'm happy about that, because it's an eyesore. But back on track, since I looked over. Look at the dashboard here. Just kind of talking, get things going. Stuff back on track for Wednesdays. But yeah, looks like I am going to have to, well, I don't know if I'm going to have to take out the window. Looks like I'm just going to have to take out the metal top there. And the dashboard should be able to come out. Okay. I have some spare dashes. And no, nothing's for sale. Nothing out of this. Whatever spare stuff we grab and have for our cars is what we have, because parts are now becoming extremely hard and difficult to find for everything. And it's like for this, I'm gonna have to tarp it up soon. There's some windows and such for it online, but he's not making any right now. And someone asked me about this recently. Well, I want to mess with the rocket engine into it. I did not mean to call this a J2 earlier in that one short. I do apologize. I got some information kind of mixed up. But this is just a standard rocket, a 371 big block 4-barrel. And I was going to turn this car into a 2-door hardtop, but since it's a 4-door and they're kind of classy and hard to find, I'm just going to Just gonna keep it a 4-door. This will be original from front to back, inside and out. It will be something from the 70s. I mean, from the 50s. Yeah, 70s. I was looking at the Mustang here, and it's like, yeah. But all in all, what else to really say? Well, it's been a long day, and I wanted to get a video made for Wednesday, so it's just kind of a talk video. There'll be a few other talk videos and such, and people want me to talk about the Fairlane Ranchero, so I'll do that next week. But for right now, starting tomorrow, there's some work I got to do. Finish moving vehicles, get stuff placed around, and yeah, it's never-ending work. I'm trying to get stuff going, trying to get stuff at least done. So yeah, and I have the door, the passenger side door in this, because I got sick and tired of the wind blowing it over. That is such a light shell. Now it's going to finish blocking things up, get stuff off the ground, and yeah, not too much stuff left, but since I'm still a one-man army, it's difficult to get things done. At least we don't have no smoke from the wildfires. So all in all, that's pretty much everything in a nutshell for today's video on Wednesday. I'd like to thank everyone for supporting us, and please do subscribe to us. We're asking for subscribers and likes and comments. Not after no money, no way, shape, or form, no PayPal, no Patreon, no memberships, no nothing. We're gonna get everything of what YouTube throws at us, because this channel is our responsibility and our responsibility alone. We're here to entertain you, not to entertain us. So I bid you all adieu. You all have a good one now. Take care and stay safe. See you later, and thanks again for the support you've shown us all this time.